with defined borders, defined states, and a known population. However, it was very different 500 years ago, 2000 years ago, or even 5000 years ago. आज जो है in the India we know is a modern nation, है ना, एक आधुनिक राष्ट्र है जो क्या है, जिसमें बॉर्डर्स, स्टेट्स, पॉपुलेशन, सारी चीजें इसमें डिफाइन होती हैं. ठीक है. दिस रीजन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड विच वी ऑफन कॉल द इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट हैज हैड मैनी डिफरेंट नेम्स एंड शिफ्टिंग बाउंड्रीज. वी कैन लर्न अबाउट इंडियाज पास्ट एंड इवोल्यूशन फ्रॉम मैनी डिफरेंट सोर्सेज. ठीक है. जो पास्ट है इसका, जो मैनी सोर्स, जो बहुत सारे स्रोत मिले हैं, उसके थ्रू हम इसका पास्ट जानते हैं. इन द कोर्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री इंडिया हैज बीन कॉल्ड बाय मैनी नेम्स. ठीक है. इतिहास में जो है इसको कई नामों से पुकारा गया है, बोथ बाय इट्स इनहैबिटेंट्स, पीपल हु लिव इन ए पर्टिकुलर प्लेस, and by visitors from outside. These names come to us from ancient text accounts of travelers and pilgrims and inscriptions. So how Indians name India? The Rig Veda is India's most ancient text. It is several thousand years old. It gives the northwest region of the subcontinent the name Sapt Sindhu. ठीक है. क्या था पहले ये? सप्त सिंधु. दैट इज द लैंड ऑफ द 7 रिवर्स, 7 नदियों की जो भूमि है. द वर्ड सिंधवा कम्स फ्रॉम सिंधु विच रेफर्स टू द लैंड्स रिवर और एट टाइम्स टू रिवर इन जनरल. मूविंग ऑन इन टाइम we see names for other parts of India appear in the literature. The Mahabharata is one of the most famous texts. We read about it in the theme of cultural heritage and knowledge traditions. Interestingly, it lists many regions such as Kashmir, more or less today's Kashmir. Okay, Kurukshetra part of Haryana today, है ना, Vanga parts of Bengal. Okay, Pragjyotisha roughly today's Assam, Kutch today's Kutch Kerala, more or less today's Kerala, and so on. But when do we come across a name for the entire Indian subcontinent? Okay, so because ancient Indian texts are difficult to date, this is not an easy question to answer. The Mahabharata uses the terms Bharatvarsha and Jambudvipa. है ना, क्या नाम रखा गया उसको? भारतवर्ष जम्बूद्वीपा. एंड स्कॉलर्स जनरली एग्री दैट दिस लॉन्ग पोएम वाज रिटन फ्रॉम अ फ्यू सेंचुरीज BCE onwards. The first term Bharatvarsha clearly extends to the entire subcontinent, and the text included the names of numerous rivers and peoples. Bharatvarsh means the country of the Bharatas. Bharat is a name that first appears in the Rig Veda, where it refers to one of the main Vedic groups. So, people in later literature, several kings named Bharat are mentioned. The second term Jambudvipa means the island of the fruit of the jamun tree. ठीक है. This is indeed a common tree native to India, also called jambul tree, है ना. जामुन ट्री is jambul tree. ठीक है. Malamar plum tree, its Jambudvipa came to mean the Indian. A few centuries later, Bharata became the name generally used for the Indian subcontinent. For instance, in an ancient text called the Vishnu Purana, we read, Uttaram yat samudrasya himadraskeviya dakshinam varsam tad bharatam nama. The country that lies north of the ocean and south of the snowy mountains is called Bharat. This name Bharata remains in use even today. In North India, it is generally written as Bharat, while in South India is often Bharatam. ठीक है. साउथ इंडिया में क्या बोलते हैं इसको? दक्षिण भारत में भारतम. It is interesting to note that different parts of the country adopted a similar definition for India. For instance, a poem of ancient Tamil literature from about 2000 years ago praises a king whose name is known from Cape Kumari in the south, from the great mountain in the north, from the oceans on the east and on the west. You can now recognize the great mountain in the north, and it should not be difficult to identify Cape Kumari. It looks like ancient Indians knew their geography well. Okay, so the Indian, how foreigners named India? अब जो foreigners आए थे उन्होंने इसको भारत नाम कैसे दिया? The first foreigner to mention India were the Persians, the ancient inhabitants of Iran. In the 6th century BCE, a Persian emperor launched a military campaign and gained control of the region of the Indus River, which, as we saw, was earlier called Sindhu. ठीक है, so it is no surprise that in their earliest reports and stone inscriptions, the Persians referred to India as Hindu. Hindu or Hindu? Hindu or Hindu, which are adaptations in their language of Sindhu, not that in ancient Persian Hindu as a purely geographical term. It does not refer here to Hindu religion. Based on these Persian sources, the ancient Greeks named the region Indoi or Indica. They dropped the initial letter H for Hindu because this letter did not exist in their Greek language. So, Sindhu, Hindu, Indo, Indai. The ancient Chinese also interacted with India. In several texts, they refer to India as Yintu or Yindu. This word also originally comes from Sindhu in the following manner. Another Chinese word also derived from Sindhu was Tianzu, but this word could also be understood as heavenly master. This reflects the respect the ancient Chinese had for India as the land of Buddha, है ना, बुद्धा की धरती है ये. You are probably quite familiar with a more recent term, Hindustan, but you may not know that it was first used in Persian inscription some 1800 years ago. Later on, this became the term used by most invaders of India to describe the Indian subcontinent.